What's going on, YouTube community? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv, coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. So the Duke Blue Devils and Coach K captured his 5th national championship game after defeating the Wisconsin Badger. This was a great national championship game. Of course, there's always going to be controversy in these type of games because that's just how sports is. But let's just talk about Coach K. Coach K is one of the greatest coaches to ever coach in this game. 5 national championships. 12, I think, Final Four appearances. We know his accolades. 3 times won the championship in Indianapolis, so he was used to that area. And just what can you say, man? This team with pretty much, I think, 8 players on scholarships. Nobody probably thought this squad was going to be able to go this far in the tournament and actually win a national championship. And you guys know me, I'm a Duke Blue Devil fan, so of course I was rooting for him, but I just wasn't for sure because it was just so many freshmen. Even you got Justice Winslow, Tyus Jones, and Jaleel Okafor. You just didn't know. But especially the way how this team was struggling in defense throughout the season, but they improved, and especially in this tournament, they stepped up big time with the defense. And Quinn Cook, with his leadership, he, gathered the guys together, and, they pulled off a remarkable run, and, hey, they got the job done. But anyway, let's talk about this game. This is a great national championship game. From start to finish, it was very close. It was never really no huge leads, except for when Wisconsin, went up 9 points starting in the second half. But let's talk about that. Now, a lot of players came through on both squads. It was like I said, it was a great game. Frank Kaminsky played great, 7 of 16, 21 points. He made Okafor work. That Wisconsin Badgers team got Okafor in foul trouble, and that's pretty much why Okafor could really make his imprint in the game. And you can tell he was frustrated with the foul troubles. But when he did come through, Okafor with 2 back-to-back buckets towards I think a minute or something in the game, those was crucial points. But now, like I said, it was a lot of back and forth, but things really got interesting in the second half because Duke was down 9 points, and I think a lot of people, including myself, was a little bit worried that, okay, Wisconsin, they may have this, but then this little guy, this little freshman, Garrison Allen, came out of nowhere, scored 8 points in a row straight. 8 points in a row straight. Got the team back in it. And then Tyus Jones with his 3-point shot ability, and then his aggressiveness, his 19 points in the second half, that really helped out a lot. And then, just, of course, Duke overall defense stepped up and played much better. You can tell it looked like Wisconsin was getting a little fatigued because it was a point where they couldn't make a shot for nothing. They couldn't make nothing. And Decker, he didn't have a great game as the games he had previous, but like I said before, Wisconsin and Duke, this was a nice matchup. Even though a lot of people wanted to see Duke and Kentucky, but this was a nice matchup. Wisconsin made plays. They still try to, get back into the game when Duke went up, I think, 6 points or 8 points. Mike Kaminsky hit a 3, and they was, chomping down. But it was just too much Duke, too much Jones, and towards the end of the stretch, just too much Okafor, and then just the defense of Duke. Overall, it was just too much for Wisconsin, and I think when they gave up that 9-point lead, that's when you kind of knew, like, okay, it might be over, because now Duke, this is Duke we talking about, Now, of course, there was a lot of people talking about the officiating in the national championship game. Sometimes it was just, doing too much. Some people saying the officiating favored Duke or whatever, blah, 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 because we know Wisconsin, they really don't foul a lot, and then I think in the first half, they only had 2 fouls, but then, sorry about that, but then in the second half, I think they had like 13 fouls to Duke 6 fouls. Now, Bo Ryan, he had something to say about the officiating. I'm going to read to you guys what he said about the officiating. He said, you just have to be able to handle all the hands and the checking. There was more body contact in the game than any game we played all year, and I just feel sorry for my guys. That all of a sudden the game was like that. I think they had it, that they're struggling with that a little bit. We missed some opportunities. They hit some tough shots. It's just a shame it had to be played that way. Now, it sounded like I hate to say this, but when it comes to championship games like this and stuff like that, I don't like to hear coaches pretty much complain. Because now it seems like you just seem like a sore loser. And we know Bo Ryan is a great coach, but hey, it was his opinion. He said what he had to say. It's always, each team is always going to feel that the officiating is, not always great. It is what it is at the end of the day. Now, could you take the blame? Hey, Wisconsin they had a 9-point lead. They couldn't capitalize on it because they just went on a stretch where they couldn't make shots. Now, like I said, overall, it was a nice national championship game. Coach K has just put his level up there even more. Of course, he's not probably going to get to John Wooden with 10 championships, but he's in that Mount Rushmore. He probably already was, but he's in that Mount Rushmore of top 5 greatest coaches or whatever. He could be possibly number 2, especially in the eras that he have won championships in, and just teams are better, defense is better, and everything like that. When John Wooden era, it's like, would John Wooden have won 10 championships in this era? Who knows? But yeah, man, Tyus Jones, I think the combined freshman for Duke scored like 60 points, something the first time ever in I think in the tournament championship history. So, it just sucks that these players are about to be gone. I think Jones is probably going to be leaving. Justice Winslow is probably going to be leaving. We already knew Okafor was going to be leaving. But I hope Jones come back, and I hope Winslow come back. But Winslow had a hell of a tournament. Damn near walking double-double. Jahlil Okafor, of course, he played his ass off too. Even though this national championship game, he didn't do too much, like I said, due to foul trouble. But he's going to be out of there. He's going to the league. And I don't know what else to say about the game, man. Both teams came out and fought hard. Great season for Wisconsin. Great season by Duke. Wisconsin, they got the rematch with Kentucky. They knocked them off. Duke, nobody probably thought they was going to get this far. They did it anyway, even with all the freshmen that they had. And Coach K, man, number 5. Number 5. What can you say, man? Great, great coach. 3 championships in Indianapolis. Crazy. But you guys tell me what you thought about the game, man. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. Check my previous videos. Comment, subscribe, favorite, like, share. I'm out. Deuces.